Where's Al? He's still in his bed?
Mm-hmm.
Next on the agenda.
Netflix still trying to get below the AstraZeneca. Trying to break out here. Nice little high volume candle right there on AstraZeneca. Pushing it up a little bit. HD approaching 390 on HD. That's the one we've got a call dev spread on. Spreading it $3 on HD. We paid $3.30 for it. Shopify down to 111 right now. Again, 110.88 is the breakdown on Shopify. It gets below 110.88, then there's the potential for it to flush down a little bit. It's right on it right now. Shopify now The 110 puts at 280 by 345. Those are out of the money puts. But you're not really getting a big. You might be better off going in the money on these things if you want to take AstraZeneca short. Netflix just closed. Netflix just closed. Netflix finally broke down below 8, I guess. Yep, it did. 79.88. So out of Netflix, 3 1/4. Not a big profit Netflix, but after yesterday's move, I'm perfectly happy with that. Netflix still coming in, but I am out. It expires this week. I didn't really want to give it yesterday. And after that move, after that bounce yesterday, I don't want to risk it. Again, I got a profit on it. I'm happy with that because it was in bad shape yesterday. We get HD bouncing up here, approaching 3. It's over 390 now. AstraZeneca also looking pretty good. What Ari pointed out again, I wouldn't stay in it overnight on AstraZeneca. And Shopify, again, 110.88 is trying to break below there.
On BKR, possibly are considering a sale of their Wakely unit.
Okay, HD here. Put a sell order in at 437 on HD. I don't know why I use that. Yeah, I put it at my 450. Sell order for 450 on HD on this debit spread, just in case it keeps going. Shopify just fighting that 110.88 level here. It's by right here at the VWAP, right here at the pivot point, just moving sideways. Market really pretty flat right now after this big gap up this morning and then a really big steep sell-off in the SPY. All the indexes sold off pretty hard, and now they're just coming up and now they're just moving sideways. Shop down here. I took some shop puts. We'll see if they work. Took the 110 puts. I paid, where are they? Paid $312 for them, $312, 110 puts for Shopify. They're $345 right now, moving down. We'll see if it keeps going. $110.88 is the level on we want to see this stay below now in Shopify. Again, this can push down a lot. We'll see. You'd really like to see some yellow candles here, some high volume candles showing up. Again, the market's pretty flat. Again, I paid $312 for the Shopify 110 puts. They're at $342 right now, so I'm up 30 cents on them. But I got a sell order in at $402. I don't know if it's going to get there. I just don't. This stock is. I'm looking at some volume to push this thing down. The options right now in Shopify are at 330 by 355. Again, paid $312, and I got a $402 sell order on it. HD now is in the money, in profits. It's trading at 334, so just above what we paid for it. Basically, just above what we paid for an HD. Again, I'm out of Netflix at 325. Shopify down to 110.27, 110.22. Let's see if I can find any high volume candles in this thing. I've got a few of them close by. 109.76 is the next support level on Shopify, and then 106 to 108. 108.79 is the next one. I'm not going to give it much room. I'll tell you that there's too many support levels coming up on it. Market is very, very squirrely right now. It's just moving sideways, chopping around. So again, I'm short Shopify here, and I got in at 312, and I'm looking to get out at 402. It's 358 right now. Shopify with a little bit of a bounce here. I'm probably going to take it off. SPY coming in a little bit. Okay, I took Spotify off. I'm sorry, Shopify. Took Shopify off at 352. I'm not going to hang around in it any longer. Could keep going down, but again, I'm out. I get in at 312, out at 352 on Shopify. AstraZeneca just kind of moving sideways here right now. CMG coming in pretty hard today. Again, that's the one that had it's pretty much on the 100-day moving average. It's the one that had that huge amount of volume at the 3750 puts for February. Sitting right there on that support level low. Again, around Netflix, which continued down. That was fortunate to get out of that after the big bounce yesterday. And Shopify, I'm out of Shopify. Made some money on Shopify. About $40 a contract. It's still coming in. If you're in it, you're still probably making money on it, so that's good. AstraZeneca is the one I was watching too. Really just flat. They keep moving the option prices on AstraZeneca all over the place. The spread gets decent, then it gets really wide. Watching HD, moving up to 390. Again, let's get a sell order on HD at 450 on HD. Trading right now at 337, so just slightly profitable in that one. Gilead was a nice one this morning. It still looks like it's still moving up. Again, I took profits on a debit spread on that because the option prices were so huge and such widespread. Still moving up though. Well, after 12 o'clock here, 12:05. Pretty of a wild market here today. All right. Looks like IBRX, Sacklin bouncing off the 8. Yeah, I watched that this morning. It's a nice PBO. I still like the technicals on this one. AstraZeneca, just a little bit of a bounce here. Nice move in AstraZeneca. Nice call on that one by Ari. Carvana stacking reds as well. Thank you. Yeah, Carvana was the price on these things are insanity as far as the options are concerned on Carvana. Got an expiration next week, the 18th. But Carvana options pretty much untradeable unless you do a debit spread on it. If you're looking at this week's Carvana, is trading at 350. The 350s are 1,300 by $1,485 with no intrinsic value. So if you go out of the money with Carvana as it stacks down, oops, sorry, wrong side. Looking at the calls, looking at the puts. If you go down to like the 345 puts, which is $5 out of the money, they're 1050 by 1195. So really, the only practical way to trade this, if you want to trade Carvana to the short side, it's at 350. It's got support at 349.76. However, very close. You'd have to. I personally think you'd have to do a debit spread on this. You know, you could do with a 350 or a 347.50, 345. 350, 347.5. 347.50, 345, $78. That's pretty cheap. If you can get filled at $78, the spreads are crazy, so you might not. And it's very close to support. Again, I'm out of Shopify. AstraZeneca is still moving nicely there. Shopify is still coming in. Again, I'm out of it now. I get $40 a contract on it. I get out at 352. It's trading at 367 right now. All right. DE with relative strength in. Thank you very much. Yeah, moving up beautifully. Both Deer and Caterpillar were set up pretty nicely on the daily chart. Just broke above an ascending algo, Dan, on Deer. Thank you. Yeah, you're sending resistance. 2.3 to 2.11. Thanks. So Ryan, how did I get thing? I'm not sure what you mean. How did I get it for 310? Are you talking about?
On COS, experienced digital
I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Sarang, I got too many things going on here.
COSM.
What do I do? What to do with TJX? Yeah, I didn't know. TJX is a big issue. TJX, we took that thing long on TJX. Took some calls. We need to dump it, even though it's good for it's up till next week. It's down below the 8 and 50, and it's breaking down again today. It took a big hit on the retail sales side, so I'm gonna sell that one, take a loss on it. Joe, you might buy a short in financials if the sector closes near the low of the day. Okay. But let me go ahead and dump this TJX because it's just going nowhere but down right now. I don't even know if we can get anything. We'll see if we get anything for it. Yeah, we don't get much. Well, 340. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to sell TJX, trying to get 320 for it. That news yesterday was a little bit too had too much of an impact on all the retail stocks. So we take a loss in TJX. So again, out of TJX. Shopify bouncing. If you're in it, take the money. It's right back above the 110.88 level again. Again, I'm out of that thing already. SMR, nice, Sarang, SMR. Yeah, pretty good short. Again, get support coming up. 1475 on SMR. Again, I'm out of Shopify, took profits on it, out of it. AstraZeneca also bounced up there. There's a good time to take some profits in that as well. Again, I would not hold it overnight. It's a nice move here today, but it's too extended. Shopify bouncing again. I'm out of Shopify already. Looking at Raytheon. Not going our way right now. It's up today. Still, now it's coming back down below the 8, however. So we'll see what it does. That's what happened with Netflix when it was yesterday. It moved up, big, huge hammer bar yesterday turned into an inverted hammer. Came all the way back through the 15 to the 8, and then gapped down this morning, or moved down this morning, and allowed us to take profits in it. So I'm happy we're able to get out of that for profit. We took a loss in TJX. That retail news yesterday on the retail sector, it killed all the retail stocks and really clobbered TJX with a bearish engulfing candle. There's no sense trying to stay in it now, even though they expire next week. And we took a loss on a silver straddle. Again, speculative trades. Straddles always speculative, but silver hasn't done anything. It's trading at 76.25. We didn't get a gap yesterday or today. HD up to 390 now, in the money on the long calls. Sarang Workday nice. Sarang TJX is a piece of garbage. Yes, I just sold it. Again, I'm out of TJX, out of TJX. Right there, took a sell on it. That retail news yesterday is what retail sector news all got clobbered yesterday. All the retail stocks did. Workday is a nice short setup again. Traded this one already this week, I think. This week or next week, or last week. It's coming. This is the on Workday right here. On the 5-minute chart, that's today. If I look at the daily chart on it, breaking down below 147.35, and a pretty nice little breakdown on this. We'll have to see if there's any other support levels on it. There is, but you got to go back a long way. Right around 142.93 on Workday. 142.93 support. Costco now below the 8 all day. Thank you, Sarang. Scott, no, is a seller on TJX. No, I just put it in at 320. I removed that. I'm going to take it off. The stock is too weak. Again, if we look at TJX, all right, let's look at it on the daily chart. On my TC2000 chart, here it is right here. This was this retail news yesterday that caused the retail sector come in very weak. Not the stock. The stock doesn't have earnings till the 25th, but it get clobbered by the retail sales numbers for the whole industry. That whipped it down right below the 50 right here. I'm sorry, the 50, and it stopped right on the 8 and the 15. So I gave it overnight, and now it's flushing again. So not going to stay in it, even though it expires next week. So took it off for 320. Okay, Scott. The Costco below the 8 all day. Not below the 8 all day. Yeah, it's grinding up nicely on the 8 here on Costco. You can see it took a pounding yesterday too off of those retail numbers, but it's bounced back today. TJX is not. You look at Walmart, you see Walmart did too, but Walmart bounced. But TJX got no lift at all off of that, over those retail numbers. So there isn't any point in trying to. I'm not going to sit and hope that it bounces back for next week. I mean, we had the 150 calls in TJX, and we're still in the money on them by about $1.60, but this is an awful chart here right now. TJX, a nice cat short. Yeah. I don't know about the cat. Let's look. Nah. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't put an UMCAT on this one. There's no volume. I mean, there's volume, but we're not getting any extra. UMCATs really need volume, Saran. They really do. Because you can't, as soon as it goes sideways, you got to get out. You don't have volume going into it. You're really not. You don't have any momentum to follow. In Shopify, I'm out of Shopify. See that bounce in Shopify. And AstraZeneca, pulling back. So again, as I said, that was probably the place to take profits for an intraday trade. Okay, it's about 12:22. I'm going to look for some more stocks. I won't be taking lunch probably till about 1:15 or so. All right, Pfizer trying to break 28. Yep. Trying to. $27.85 was actually the resistance on Pfizer's. It's actually through the resistance level at $27.85. Anybody still trading AstraZeneca? It's pulled back just a little bit. Shopify was a good short for a very short period of time. I took it as it broke below 1088, get out after that, and took profits in it, and it's bounced right back up again. If anybody's on YouTube, could you let me know if you can hear me? Put a comment in there, because I can't tell on the form I've got here right now on YouTube.
Can you hear me fine? Oh, Robert, okay, thanks very much, appreciate it, thank you.
Okay, so Shopify bouncing up again. I took that short and get out of it. Made about $40 a contract on it. AstraZeneca just kind of moving sideways here. Again, we took profits in Netflix. To short side, we got a decent break on that because it was up so much yesterday. Took a loss in TJX. That news yesterday was very, very devastating to the retail sector, and it's still coming down on TJX. We took a loss on the Silver Straddle. That didn't do much. That was a little bit speculative anyway. HD's working okay so far. Got a sell order on HD. Trading at 389, just trading about just below 390. And I had profits this morning in, let's see, Gilead debit spread. That was a nice profit in Gilead debit spread. Verizon, an UMCAT trade in Verizon. I took a short in IWM, made money in IWM, and then I traded Shopify for a short as well. So, couple of sour ones like the Silver Straddle and also the TJX was crummy. You can't do much about news. There's nothing you do when you get news impacting a trade. TJX got room down now, by the way, on the daily chart. It's got room all the way down to the 100-day moving average, which is down around 149, which is about $2 lower on TJX. TJX is not a fast-moving stock.
Comments out by the FT. Iran's president says it will open nuclear sites for verification.
Again, bouncing up. We got a pivot point right here to go through. So we opened this morning 692, about 693. 692, sorry, about 692. Is where we closed yesterday. We opened this morning at about 695.
Look who's here.
Alfie came out. There he is.
You wanna go outside?
Oh. Went out this morning, didn't he?
Huh? He went back in his,
Great.
it's okay.
Okay, had to step away for a minute. Spy just kind of chopping around here. Again, took a loss on the silver straddle and took a loss on TJX. Again, that was a news event that kind of nailed that stock. Not much you can do. All right, let me just check here for any messages, any questions. ASAN, a large move down. Thank you, Sacklin. Yeah, software companies are getting clobbered pretty much across the board. Yeah, that's a pretty big move down for ASAN today, about 12%. And not many Highline candles, a few stuck in there, but not an awful lot. STLA and a gap back up, resistance at the 8. Thank you, Sacklin. STLA. Stellantis, yeah, big gap down the other day. Trying to creep back up, but very bearish right now. Apple, really nice. Yeah, nice move at Apple today. Looks like it's got some resistance here. No, not really. It's actually above the resistance now. I don't actually see any high volume resistance on Apple. It's a nice setup here on Apple. Apple long. Nice setup at Apple. It's nothing particularly exciting here this morning, but we had some nice volume early on. You can see that. Kind of just choppy right now. How do I see Walmart? Well, it's one of the retail stores that are recovering from the the retail news. TJX did not recover. See, Walmart has, see the pull down here. It came down with that retail sales report, but it's bouncing nice. I think that's a nice setup in Walmart. But you see when the earnings are, 219. You get earnings next week, so you have to be careful of that. But yeah, I like that. Microsoft has been really weak and still showing weakness here this morning. Notice it went right down to that support level. That horizontal support level right there. Touched it here, touched it here, touched it this morning, bounced off of it. Still weak stock though, very weak. Looking at Tesla, bounced up this morning, pretty nice to right to that resistance level again. See how it went right to it and stopped, and now it's right back down to these two right now. Nvidia, also really just a terrible pattern on this stock to try to trade it. It's horrible, just all over the place.
Members, I'm calling that Meta circulations via social media. It says EY flags Meta's data center accounting as high risk.
Did I get filled on TJX at 320? I did, Tristan. I haven't looked at it since I put that out there. What's it? It's still coming in, I think. Looks like it's still coming in. Yeah, it is coming in. Still coming in. TJX right now is at 257. Wow, big drop on that from 320 to 257. I think I don't think I would. I'd give it see if you get a little bit of a bounce in it today. I mean, 257 is pretty low. I don't know what the spread is on that thing. Those are the 150 puts. $150 calls. Yeah, 241 for 261. You'll have to use your judgment on this. Because when I put the alert out, it was around 325 to 330, and I put it at 320, and I put it in at 320, and I got filled at 320. But right now it's down to 240 by 260. So you might want to just try to take it off at around 250. I think that's what I do. I just take it off. I don't know that it's going to bounce. It's really ugly here today. Still coming in pretty hard. The daily chart's pretty ugly on it. This is big move yesterday. It did hold the 8. It's not the daily. It's the daily here. Did hold the 8 and the 15 yesterday, so I kept it. And then this morning it bounced up a little bit, and then it's pulled right back down. Opened here, moved up to the 50-day, and then just it fell apart. I don't, you have to use your judgment on this. You're probably not going to get 320 for it. You might want to just try to take 250 and take it off.
CBRE. Whew. Yeah, earnings. Man, oh man. What a clubbing. Okay, sorry, sneezing there. Yes, CBRE is quite an ugly little chart here. And it's coming down in pretty big volume here. Let me look at the daily and see what I get for high volume lines. It's below the 200-day moving average here. This is a pretty good short setup. There's your support. Down here almost 147 area. And 46.50 to 147, somewhere in that area. That's the next high volume candle. See, it also touched it right there. Still got some room to the downside though. Mashup dropping Schwab again. Yeah, these things have been getting crushed. All of the trading platforms. Schwab, TD, Hood had earnings overnight. That's way down today. Schwab really getting clobbered. I think we did a pretty good job getting out of that weekly ATM. It's back down below the 50-day moving average the 100-day moving average right now.
Comments out by Ken Paxton says, I'm suing Snapchat for deceiving parents. This is coming from Governor Ken Paxton. Attorney General Ken Paxton.
CBRE, by the way, it only has monthlies. Trading at 148.51. But All right, THC still looks good. THC. Tenet Healthcare. What a big move up in Tenet this morning on earnings. Again, up 15% today. THC. Yeah, it's grinding up nicely. CBRE options not really tradable. Probably if you haven't got out of TJX yet, you might just hold it. You might just keep that at 320. We're getting a little bit of a bounce in it, and it might get back up to the 100-day moving average, which case you would probably on TJX, not the 100-day. Might get back up to close to the 8 of the 15, in which case you'd probably be okay. You'd be able to get 320 for it at least. I just don't know if it's going to bounce. I mean, it's an awful chart. Walmart, how do I see it? Long term, short term? I don't really make long term predictions in stocks. I mean, a long term would be you'd be looking at. I don't know how much you're talking about long term, but if you'd be talking about looking at fundamentals on the stock. I mean, I like the setup on Walmart right now because it's a PBO. It's a pull back to the 8 and bouncing, but it has earnings on the 19th. So I have no idea what it's like long term. I mean, I wouldn't be holding it over earnings. I'd trade it, between now and the 19th as intraday trade or a short-term swing. A short-term swing would probably be okay into earnings for right now, but long-term, I'm not in that business of predicting what a stock's going to do over the next 5, 6, 8 months or a year. I don't have any idea. I don't think anybody has any idea. RTX low volume, but coming in hard off the highs. Yeah, it's down below the 8 and the 15 again, so I'm going to give it some time. Schwab really got destroyed yesterday and today. All the brokerage houses get killed. Interactive Brokers, same thing. Look at this. This thing we took because it was a beautiful trade that normally works sideways after earnings. Tends to go sideways for quite a while. So that was the whole idea. So we actually took a weekly ATM on it last week. Get out for a profit. Took a weekly ATM on it 2 days ago on Monday, and it bounced up over 107. It was too high after we were selling the 104s. So we get out right here. And in retrospect, that was a pretty good move. You would have had to try to buy back the 104s as it broke down here and ride the 102s, but there was no telling that it was not going to hold the 50 and bounce back up again. I'm glad to be out of that thing. About 12, oh, it's almost 1 o'clock. I'm going to get some lunch here in just a minute. All right, I'm going to grab some lunch. I'm going to go ahead and close the YouTube feed. Thank you very much, folks in YouTube, for being here today. Appreciate it. Again, if you're interested in the room or the alert service or the software, SPY Super System software that we use for all of our trades, we have a couple of intraday strategies, SPY Super Systems, as well as UMCAT trade, which is an out-of-the-money catalyst type trade, trading momentum. I did one of those today with Verizon. If you look at Verizon this morning, it was a long Joe in a Discord room called that out. This is what you're looking for. We have high volume candles that are white if they're bullish and yellow if they're bearish, other than red and green. This was a nice momentum run right there on Verizon. It was a beautiful one. I also did a call deficit spread on Gilead this morning. That worked really nicely. We took I took the one, forget what I took, 150, 152, 155, 157, 50s, yeah. Paid $78 for it. I get out at $1.18. 50% profit in just a short time off this nice move. All right. So again, thanks everybody in the YouTube room. I appreciate you being here. I'll be back tomorrow around 11:30 or so, depending on how many trades I'm in the middle of, but back about 11:30, and look to see you then. So have a great afternoon and trade well.